Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the last clouded video. Today we're going over the newest unit, Alice, that will be dropping tomorrow morning. She will be the second Annie unit to drop, and then hopefully we'll see a third. But with that said, I have watched the video a little bit. I wasn't able to watch it at work today. Very busy day, and I did have some questions as far as in the Discord when we were talking about it. Like I said, I read it on paper and I read one thing, and then the video kind of tells me differently. So we're gonna go over the video now that I kind of understand what's going on, because she is a very cool unit, also very unique at the same time. I know Roland was pretty straightforward. You know, he has 100% crit rate, RNG related. You have a chance to get the buff, and then kind of just go ham on everything. She is a little bit different. She does have a build-up timer. We'll build up time and timer, whatever. But we're gonna go ahead and talk about that and show you how that works. So far, the best way I can really say is that since this is something very different, testing is gonna be required to see like how well it performs. I'm just kind of glad it isn't RNG related, so we'll go ahead and talk about it as well. So we're gonna go ahead and dive into the video. Whoa. Absolutely, yeah. Their intros are killing it lately. Demonplate bone activate. It's so sick. Oh, I love that. I love it. Oh, yeah. I wonder if they're gonna make her a sniper. Wow, look at that. Why did Roland get an animated cutscene? Look at that. That's so cool. Yeah, they really oh yeah, they're trying to sell this girl hard. She looks amazing. Of course, the art. I mean, look at the art. That art is so solid. Demonplate Alice. The voice of the VA is awesome. Look at everything about this. This art is so. I mean, yeah. Last Cloudy art is just so damn good. The sprite work is amazing. This is actually our 5th Alice. This is our 5th Alice. So this is the character that has the most shifts right now. It's kind of crazy, really. Never thought she would be the one. I thought maybe Lilibet or Kyle, but no, it's Alice. So with that said, let's go ahead and talk about her skills. So S1. Now, guys, I want you to remember that this is a dual wield unit. Everything in this video is single wield based, so we have to basically double the hits here. So 8 hits, so 16 hits for the S1, and it looks like she warps behind. That's really nice. I absolutely love the way they did this. This is so good. This is something you would see like on a UR arc of some sort, but they put it in an S2. That's kind of crazy. AoE looks massive. Absolutely huge AoE right here for an S2. At 15 hits, now this is going to be 30 dual wield, which is very good for that's very good for a S2 in my opinion. And then 18 hits. Now, guys, this is where her bread and butter kind of lies. Most of her damage relies solely on this S3. It's kind of built into her kit, and we'll go ahead and talk about that. So right now the base hits is 18. And then S4, Alice is kind of known for being a nuker. And this sense for this shift, it's not really as big of a deal as it used to be. It is 45 hits, and I'm sure the damage cap is going to be big, but the way she's going to be using the S3 as it builds up is going to be massive, and it will destroy her S4 in terms of damage. It's like I said, there's nothing wrong with her S4. It's very good. There is a couple gimmicks for it, which is really nice. But I think people kind of already are set in stone with her just being this crazy special nuker. But in this case, I wouldn't really think of. I would kind of get that out of your mind with this unit, because she does so much more than that. So first, let's start about trait 1, Demonplate buff, Demonplate mode. Damage cap. The damage is 50%. She is a thunder unit, so she gets 50% thunder damage. She also gets a 40k cap. Special damage is 60%. We have a 60k cap on special damage. Battle start, when special activates, give unit a Demonplate buff. So this is that battle start and when special activates. So you don't have to use a special immediately just to make this work, guys. Just remember that. The effect lasts until unit is incapacitated, which is very good. I'm so glad. Even with the same buff, usually when you see the word buff, it's like 40 seconds, but this tells you straight up Effect lasts until unit is incapacitated. So very nice. Demonplate buff active. She won't flinch for magic attacks. Let's see. And magic attacks plus damage plus. Yeah. So that's actually kind of cool. The whole magic attack. I wish, unfortunately, it's not super armor. It's just magic attacks, which is kind of unfortunate. And then special damage taken -50, which is very good. Because sometimes when you're fighting in PvE, the special damage does help, especially for the reduction. But it would be nice if it was just an all reduction 50%. That would just be a lot better. I'm not too sure why they went with magic attacks only. It's kind of odd. So the next big thing here. Now this is huge for her. Every 8 seconds, give the unit an ether condensation buff. Every 8 seconds, guys. Whenever this buff stacks, boosts buff level when using the S3. So what that means is that, let me see, we can actually, there we go. So every 8 seconds, she is going to get to this icon right here. You're going to see it here in a second. All right. After it says right here, whenever using buff stacks, boost buff level when using S3. So every time she S3s, this will change. You'll see her do it again. It goes up to 3. She'll do it again. It goes up to 4. All right. Now that we know how that works, on the 4th hit, she is going to get a massive percentage and damage cap, 80% and 100k cap, and then a whopping 12 hits extra. So this S3 on the 4th buff is going to be 30 hits times 2. So let's see, you're actually going to see it right here. So it looks screen wide, hopefully, because as this thing does grow, so does the beam. At 30 hits with Duel Wield, it's going to turn into 60 hits at over 200k per hit. So that's massive. That is insane. But again, it will have to be built up by using S3. So you're gonna have to really find. You're gonna have to do either a Goddess Kiss support. Or you can just do a Glass Record, Goddess Kiss and Honey Elixir support or WAP. Or you can just do Glass Record, Keen Eye, whatever you have, SCT recovery. There's just many ways you can do it. But basically, you just want to kind of, if you want to go crazy, just S3 the crap out of this thing. I don't know how many stocks she's going to have at S3. It's unfortunate that we didn't get something similar to Roland where he increases all stocks on its E6. That's not the case with Alice. But I'm wondering if her paid weapon or paid accessory is going to have an extra stock on it, which is going to definitely help you out when nuking enemies with her S3. Now the S2 and S1 are still very valuable, but the damage cap is going to be pretty low, probably around 120k and above, depending on if you're enabling them with more support units that you are playing with. Of course, you're never running the unit by itself, so that can all be taken. Maybe should probably be like 150k with all supports and damage caps enabled. So still pretty good for the S1 and S2, but really the S3 here is going to be massive. Again, guys, it is a built up, so it could be problematic. Don't know yet. This one I have to test because something very new. I really like the idea of it. It's unique. It isn't like game breaking, which we had stuff game breaking. It's not game breaking anyway, but I think it is kind of useful. Again, we'll have to test it. There are people out there that are just saying that not good, not worth it. Now, I'm not saying she is worth all your gems. I'm just saying that she potentially could be better out there than on paper. So again, testing is just needed. All right, going over her actual skills. We have skill 1, Sidewinder instantly closes the gap for a small area. Thunder combo attack. She does come with Maglion, so that's another thing. You lose a lot of damage when you're not using your S3 because she does it from such a far distance. But she does have a lot of SCR too, so it's kind of cool. She's going to perform really well in general. Skill 2, Tetrabind, wide area, long range, thunder combo attack. Again, that one was nice. I did like that one too. I did say I like that one. And then we have the frontal long range thunder combo attack, changes stats based on the trait ether condensation buff. Okay, cool. And then for the EX Oblivion, powerful thunder combo attack to all enemies, change attack area to one target when skill full burst is set. Now this is going to be a skill in her skill set, so we're going to go talk about that next. Sick art, man. All right, let's talk about this. Demonplate, Alice skills. We have Magicule, Amplification, Battle Start, add 10% of MND to SCR. We always like stuff like that. It's really cool. Each wave gradually boosts SCR over time, max 30%. So this is actually really cool. I do like this. Yeah, she's gonna have quite a bit of SCR really. Thunder Cloaked Blade Steel, chance for special to deal criticals. I do like this because if you're running a pursuit build, you could if your special crits, you can get a pursuit out of it, which is really nice. Each sword or machine equipped anti-type damage is 3k. So if you're running a sword, which we do have a really good thunder sword, depending on what her paid's going to be, it might be a paid sword or a paid machine. We don't know yet. So if you're running both, you get a total of 6k cap on anti-type damage. She does have a Brute Slayer, so it's very nice. She's definitely really big for PvE. So Brute Slayers are always a plus. For optical bit, when physically attacking, boost damage cap and critical rate based on distance. Max damage cap is 10k with a critical rate of 5%. Really, that's going to be beneficial for her S3 because she's so far away, which means that she probably will get the full 5% crit rate. For crit rate, she does have this and another 5% in her. She'll have a full 10% for her with her E6 too. So that's really cool. The Ether full release code Delta. So this is actually really cool. So basically this allows you to build, you don't have to build up the 1, 2, 3, 4. This actually gives you a level 4 immediately. And then boom, you can launch a huge hit. The only thing here is you can't reuse it for another 40 seconds. So this is just one-time use, really, depending how long the fight is. And then after the 40 seconds is over, I'm sure you've already done several buildups. You can just do another big hit at the end of that, at the end of the 40 seconds there. I do like it. I'm actually kind of excited to test that just by itself whenever the unit drops. It looks like it's a lot of fun. So we'll see. Full burst, change special from all enemy attack to one enemy attack, special damage plus 40% and damage cap 150k. For boss wave, definitely you want to use this. It's free damage. her special is good. Just change it. Basically, you're gonna be able to toggle this, I'm guessing, from one enemy to all, which is this is new. It's something we don't really get to do. Normally it's either one enemy or all enemies. This one gives you the option. So like I said, a unique character. You gotta look at it like that. Pandemonium Battlefront. Now this is very similar to what Roland has, or actually the exact same thing. Basically, chance to nullify criticals, and then nullify cut SCR INT debuffs from active skills. Giant Killing 5. I love this thing. Skill and special damage to bosses 20% and damage cap plus 10k. That's huge. Thunder attack raise 5 is thunder attack plus 30% and damage cap plus 10k. So 20k just from those two alone. All right, moving on to the actual skill. So this is stuff that's been transferred over from her previous forms. We have Ether full release code beta. It's a mouthful, I know. And then we have Ether full release. Now these have been around for quite some time. You know, it's one thing, they didn't actually include Slayer mode. Now she was actually really big on the whole Slayer mode thing, but I guess they just like said, no, we're not doing that this time. And it's, I don't know, I really don't know, you know, why they took it out. But full Ether release, I believe, is, I always get it mixed up, but this one should be restore all stocks and absorb all MP, and then this one is special, deplete MP and use it for a special. She does come with fighting spirit, so this is just stats, HP and STR, more HP and STR, more STR. Dual Wield is free, so it's very good. It's a 14 SC skill. Proud Force for the crit procs, very nice. More M&D, more heals, very nice. Pride 2, more STR at full HP. Unclad Power is more STR. We're not using any armor. She won't be using armor because she is dueled. So very nice. She does come with crit up 3, which is very good. It's 7 SC. It's expensive. So you only have to do, if you're gonna do a full crit pursuit, you only need to do crit 1, 2, Ardor. If you have what's this, not there? What is that damn thing called? There's another skill. I completely forgot what it's called. It's kind of a rare skill, honestly. Let's see. And then she doesn't, one big thing I noticed is she doesn't come with auto crit, which is really kind of a bummer. So you'll have to do auto crit. Auto crit's so expensive. It's 9 SC. So it's going to be auto crit, Ardor, crit 1, 2, and then the other critical ups, anything critical up that you may have. But that's really kind of pushing it at that point. Damn, no auto crit's a bummer. Auto Grand Brave is 35% to SCR. Again, she's gonna have so much SCR. Auto Haste, we love it because we don't have to pay for it. Auto High Magic Barrier, they really just wanted her to be really resistant against magic, which is very interesting. And then we have Brute Buster. Now this one's really good. Like I said, it's more of a PvE oriented thing. PvE, I don't really see her doing that well. I wouldn't really worry about that. But as far as PvE goes, she's going to be an awesome DPS for Thunder if you don't already have one. Anti-type boost is going to help you with that Brute Buster, give you more, it's like 50%. Very nice. Maglion, very nice. Oh, we have special boost. It's going to be more cap. Maglion is going to be for the S3. Whenever you're far away, you're just going to get more damage percentage. Special boost is more damage cap for your special. Thunder High Drive, again, she does come with a good Thunder percentage up package. She does have Thunder High Drive and Thunder Mega Drive. So if you wanted to attach like attack rate, Thunder attack rate, stuff like that, you can do that as well. Machine Mega Boost, very nice. Machine Giga, very nice. So it looks like she will most likely have a machine type paid weapon, and then probably an accessory. So we'll see. I'm really hoping that there's an S3 S3 stock in there on the accessory or paid. It's probably going to be on the stock. Thunder Armor, so very nice. Man, they want her to be resistant to ice. Okay. Giant Shield 2, very nice. This thing is expensive. I believe that is 14 SC for that. So that is huge. I'm so happy that that is there. I'm really hoping that more units have Giant Shield 2 because I do not want to spend on that. It's I actually put it on one of my units earlier today and I was like, damn, I'm broke just from using that. It's kind of crazy to see that is on more units now. And then we have Anti-Fizz Armor and Sleeping Lion. Sleeping Lion is actually really cool. She gets a certain health, I believe it is. I think I actually have it like right here. I did, because I was kind of, I forgot, but not many people have this. Our units have it. We have Regal Bolt Lancer, which we don't really use anymore. So maybe his insight, well, look at 2021 was when that unit came out. And then we have Yuri in 2022. Basically what this does is it's an STR at 40 seconds when HP is at 30% or less, activating the following to self once per wave. They also get a 50% skill charging speed and a +2 movement speed. So I did really like that. At the very bottom, they're very nice. And then I do believe that she did have the Anti-Fizz armor on her previous shift form. Yes, she did. It was a chance to negate physical damage. So like a couple of things transferred over from her old kit, and then we have a lot of new stuff. But overall, the kit is pretty good. I really do wish that, like I said, the biggest problems what I see with this is that there's no auto crit. I definitely think that we could have highly sacrificed auto haste for auto crit. Other than that, I don't mind anything else. Looks like they really went heavy on the STR for some crazy reason. But I really think that auto crit is the biggest piece that we're missing here. So that was unfortunate. So moving on to the E6. Okay, E6 is not bad. Not rolling good. Rolling kind of broke the game with the Z6. That's kind of crazy what they did with that E6. I'm expecting so much higher stuff now, and this is what we get. I really just don't understand why they're so obsessed with the magic attack damage taken. It's kind of wild. Like, where's my physical damage taken? Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. Machine Mastery 2, machine equip physical attack damage is +20% and 7,500 cap. Now, of course, we're not going to be using one weapon on this unit, so there's no reason to even look at that 15k. That's just a tease at this moment. Long range attack LB 2, when physically attacking, boost damage based on the distance. So 6k cap at max distance. Again, this is basically telling you to use the S3 for full cap. We do have an awesome critical up. I'm really hoping that we sooner or later get a critical up 2 and 3 in E6s. That'd be really nice because 5 is not really cutting it. I would definitely like to see for an E6 maybe 10 to 15. That would just be amazing if we saw something like that. Magic damage taken, again, more damage reduction, -20. It doesn't help with physical or special damage, just magic, unfortunately. Thunder weak point LB. So when you hit a thunder weakness, 5k cap instead of, just ignore the 10k cap. So it's 5k cap. Thunder weapon, when thunder weapon is equipped, again, you'll probably, if you're getting her paid, you'll definitely most likely will be it will be a thunder weapon. Damage is 20%, and then damage cap another 7,500. She does get a special LB, so very nice. Special LB cap is going to be 15k. So her, like I said, her special is pretty good. I really want to see that build up on that that S3. All right, now we have the newest UR dropping. Now this was a big disappointment for me. I'm not a big fan of it. There are some positives to it, don't get me wrong. One of the biggest positive is, of course, the artwork. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, when I saw this thing, I was like, holy crap, they just come up with the craziest like UR arcs and art. It's wild. But let's go ahead and talk about the arc trait. Now this one, unfortunately, I cannot agree that this arc does not have an arc skill. However, it does have a powerful arc trait. I just can't. I don't see it. So we have thunder damage plus 40. There are arcs out there, LR arcs at that have 35% damage and maybe damage cap included. I can't even remember, but 5k is not cutting it for an arc trait. That's stuff you probably see on an LR, maybe an SSR at this point. Not a UR, unfortunately. Light resistance is -10, but thunder and dark is +10. That is nice, but I just don't. Oh man, I don't see it. It is nice, but I mean, some people would be like, "Oh, that's awesome." I just, oh man, for a UR, I don't still find much damage taken minus 15%. That's low, guys. From enemies with the same type as the unit, a bust, absolute bust. Why? Just do my damage taken minus 25. Call it. Don't they put the stupid gimmick in there, man? As the same type as the unit. What are the odds you're gonna fight a unit? Like, it's such a small chance, man. During boss wave, skill and again, crappy damage cap. During boss wave, skill and special damage cap plus 5k. Like, do we have URs doing 20k damage caps? Like, insane damage cap, recovering all MP, recovering all SCT for all allies, like shit like that, like really crazy stuff. And then this is our powerful arc trait. It's just kind of whatever, man. I'm just not a fan. But I mean, to each their own. So if you do pull this arc going for Allison, it's a win, honestly. And this is why it's a win. You have twin wield boost, which is very. I don't remember what the cost is. Actually, it's new, so I don't know what the cost of this is. But when using equipped with 2 weapons of the same type, physical attack damage is +5 and damage. No, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, no, I'm good. It really just depends. It depends. It's niche. But the big thing here is the fast ice resist. This thing is awesome. Battlestar give an ice resistant buff +20. This thing is nice for PvP. I know the ice teams out there. Zero's out there slaying, and this is gonna help the tank survive. This is gonna help DPS survive. I'm sure this is gonna be probably like 6-7 SC. It's gonna be pretty expensive for what it is. But if it's even lower than that, that's really good. It's still a really good thing to have, and I promise you people are going to be using it in PvP because Zero is that guy, Leonardo is that guy. So especially with all the debuffing that happens between those two. Now with that said, sounding depths, it's every 20 seconds from battle start, get a next special every 20 seconds from battle start, get a next special used damage plus 30k and 10k buff. That's not bad. I wonder how much it's going to cost. It's nice for special. They basically want you to use Alice's special. That's probably why it's there. A thunder attack raise 3 is very nice. It's going to be really expensive though. You're definitely going to want to use your slots for this. For any thunder unit that you go +30 on. It's going to be a pretty expensive skill for SC. So that's definitely going to be slot 3, honestly. So thunder attack raise 3. Thunder attack damage is +30, cap +2k. I really wish the cap was a little bit higher. I think the cap should be at least 5, but that's just me. Magic weak point shield and thunder critical raise. It's not a bad arc when it comes to the skills, the learnable skills, but that arc trait, we don't have a lot of high percentage damage arcs. So I know, like I said, one of them is collab related that I use for thunder damage. So unfortunately, if you don't have that one, this one is going to probably be your best option for thunder damage. I'm not saying that the arc trait is terrible, but I'm just saying that it's not good enough to not have an arc skill, in my opinion. And I think Judging by this giant monster, man, it would have been a really cool thing to see if they had an arc trait, arc skill, honestly. Moving on until on two. The last part of this video here is going to be the AER of this arc. So of course you will get 100% AER. This is a reward for it. So it is the Demonplate Vamel. It is going to be an armor. Now the first thing that you're going to say is rolling, right? Again, if this is a great piece of armor. It's basically Braver, but a dark version of it built in here. If you have Roland's paid armor, I wouldn't swap this out with that. I just absolutely not. Hell no. But if you do not have Roland's armor, and you do pull this arc, this is a great substitute. He is very tanky. He can absolutely take a hit. So the damage taken plus 10 ain't gonna do shit. And you will get a dark damage physical and special plus 20%, along with a nice little 2500 cap and an STR plus 10%. It is a very good piece of armor. If you do not have Roland's paid, this will be great for any dark unit going forward if they're going to use armor specifically. Stats are outstanding. STR 285, which is kind of crazy because even weapons back then were like 280, 270, 280. Now we're having stats like this on a piece of armor is pretty cool. Defense at 112 and M&D at 63. It looks like they kind of took away the defense and put it to the SR. I get what they did here. They kind of threw one big stat on one and kind of left the other ones high and dry. It's still good though. Dark res is plus 10. Very nice. No status ailment resistance. That's not a big deal. Oh, that's damn. Yeah. It was a great story. If anybody's played the story, it was great. I had a lot of fun playing this. Yep, very nice. Okay, guys, so like the biggest question you guys are gonna have is should you pull for her? Now, I will have to say that she is a good unit. She's good. Not like Roland good, but she is good. I think this unit could do very well in the new battle graphs. She does have the percentages, the STR to kind of back it up. I really want to test out that S3 buff to see how much use we can get out of it. But if it does work out the way I think it is, and it is worth it, then she could be very good. I'm telling you guys, 60 hits at over 200k per hit is kind of crazy. So that's gonna be massive. I would definitely throw a couple of multis at her. I would definitely do like the step up, the pace step up. If you guys are throwing a little money, donating to them, that's, you know, it's cool and all. Maybe like 2 to 3 pulls tops. We do still have the shift Lulaha inbound. I know a lot of people are excited for her. I definitely would not put yourself high and dry on this one. But if you get lucky, then hell, that's a huge W. But if you guys, again, guys, if you have any questions, please just drop in the comments below. I really do appreciate all y'all's feedback. I do appreciate all the new subs. You guys are awesome. We are almost at 2K, which is somewhat of a milestone for me, right? I feel like I've just been having a lot more fun with this game since the content's been released. I'm having a lot of fun with Battlegraph. I hope you guys are too. And to all the newer players, I hope you're enjoying the story. It's fun as hell. Again, guys, I'm going to put my Discord in the description below. Please join it if you guys have any questions. We are a smaller community, so therefore your questions get answered a lot quicker. And we just play a lot of video games. Really, that's what my Discord is. It's just a bunch of games, not just specifically Las Claudias. So if you're playing like Reverse 99, Dokkan, HSR, Wuwa, anything like that, we play all that and talk about all that kind of stuff. So again, guys, it will be in the description below. Anyways, good luck to you guys tomorrow on the polls. I wish you the best of luck, and I will talk to you guys on the next one. Peace.